There are some movies that have so much. They got so much praise. They're so hyped up. Once in a while, I don't like them, but I can see why they were loved so much. And then there are films that are so they're praised to hell, and they're so hyped. And I see them, and I don't get it. I really don't. But as you can tell by the title, I didn't like this movie. I didn't like this movie. It's been a while since I've done this, so bear with me. This might be a long one. But I'm not sure if many people know this. I'm a pretty big fan of David Fincher. I would say I did a top 10 directors list. He was in my top 10. But after this movie, he's going down a few notches, because what the fuck? This is his worst movie. There, I said it. I fucking said it. It's me being honest. I fucking hated this movie. This is the worst movie. I'd rather watch Alien 3, to be honest. Okay, so you're wondering why? How can you not like Gone Girl? Okay, like I said, I'm a pretty big fan of David Fincher. Alien 3 wasn't that great. It was first studio film. He got screwed over. But I do like some parts in it, and that scene where the alien has a Ripley on the wall, and that famous shot. The studio didn't want that, and Fincher filmed that behind their backs, pretty much, and it's good that they actually kept it, because it's one of the most memorable moments of the movie. It's not as good as Alien 3 is not as good as the first two Aliens, but it wasn't that bad. And then he did 7, which is great. I love 7. I will say the final 15 to 20 minutes, that is the best, that's great filmmaking. Love 7. Great twist at the end. It's an amazing fucking film. And then he did the game. Now the game, I thought was decent. It was pretty decent until the last 10 minutes, where I thought were bullshit. The last 10 minutes of the game are one of the worst endings I've ever seen in my life. Ruins the movie for me. It does. But everything that happens before the last 10 minutes are pretty decent, I'll say. Just shitty ending. Horrible ending. And then did Fight Club. I like Fight Club. Fight Club was really good. Panic Room, I thought it was decent. It's the only decent performance by Kristen Stewart. She's in the movie. I think it was one of her first movies. Yeah, only decent performance she's ever done. So that's why he's good for something, at least. Then he did Zodiac. I love Zodiac. Zodiac is my favorite Fincher film. Great movie. I love the movie. And he did Benjamin Button. Not great, but I still liked it for what it was. It was too long, and it was too much like Forrest Gump. Same writer as Forrest Gump, so, but it's kind of weird. But I thought it was decent. It was a little overrated when it came out. And then he did Social Network. I like it for what it is, but I fucking can't stand Jesse Eisenberg in that movie as Mark Zuckerberg. He's fucking one of the most annoying characters in recent film history. I fucking hate that character. Mark Zuckerberg. Fuck you. But still, pretty decent movie anyway. And Girls with a Dragon Tattoo. I know some people didn't like that it's a American version of the Swedish one. I love both versions. But I'll probably give the edge to the Swedish version because I like the two actors better. But I thought Girl with Dragon 2 was fit perfectly for Fincher's style. I mean, it's just too bad that it was the movie was done already in Sweden. But if that Swedish movie didn't exist, then I think Fincher's version would have probably had a better reputation. I'll say that. But I still like the movie. I thought it was a great movie. Yeah, again, Swedish version I like it a little bit better. And then we go to this movie. Now this movie I was really looking forward to it. David Fincher fan, Ben Affleck, he's on a roll. He's gonna play Batman. As you can see, I'll get into that a little bit. Every time Fincher does murder mystery kind of film, he always knocks it out of the park. Seven, Zodiac, Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Those are my three favorite Fincher films. Every time he does those, he always knocks it out of the park. I love those when he does that. Are the best. This is, I don't know what the fuck happened. I really hope he doesn't drop the ball again, because he dropped the ball big time with this movie. He did, in my opinion. Now, again, I'll get into the plot of the story. I'm like almost 90 minutes and you're wondering why are you hating this movie? It's a critically acclaimed film. Okay, so pretty much the story's about Ben Affleck and Rosamund Pike. They're like a married couple, and then one day she disappears, and she's missing. He doesn't know what happened to her. Nobody knows what happened to her, but he's the prime suspect because he was the last person who saw her. And that's how the film was marketed as. Like, did he kill her or not? You know, and she's missing. We don't know what's going on, and there's other weird people involved. That's pretty much how the film was marketed as. I thought, oh, that's cool. I like that. And you're kind of wondering, is he innocent or is he not? At first, you are. For like the first, 35 minutes of the movie, that's what it is. The first 35 minutes or 40 minutes is what the movie. It's the movie that we saw in the marketing. That first part I thought was okay. And then you get to the twist of the truth, the reality of what's going on. And I'm just like, what the fuck? So pretty much the reason why she's missing. First I'll get to when she's missing, and then the cops get involved and they're trying to investigate this shit. And this is the part I love in Fincher films all the time. The investigation part. Always love it. 7, I love, the chemistry between Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt. And Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I love the chemistry between Daniel Craig and Rooney Mara. Even though, the street version is better, but whatever. Zodiac, Jake Gyllenhaal, and everybody. Love that part of the investigation of these murder mystery films that Fincher always does. But in this movie, it fucking sucks. He's so usually good at this part. It fucking sucks. The two investigators, the female cop and her partner, the younger guy, they're fucking terrible actors, and their characters fucking suck. They're not. Well, first of all, they don't even concentrate that much, but when you do see them, it's not that good. And then like the whole fucking the guy, the younger cop, he's like, oh, he's guilty. Why don't we just arrest him? He's obviously guilty, motherfucker. What were you trained for? Evidence, actual factual evidence, not what you fucking think, not your opinion. So this guy's like the worst fucking cop ever. I know I haven't seen Seven in a while. No, actually, I was gonna make a point to Brad Pitt's character, but it's not the same thing because in Seven they didn't know who the killer was at all until the end of the movie. In this movie, they have their suspect is Ben Affleck. I was like Zodiac. So, okay, Zodiac. You know, they're trying to find who the Zodiac killer is, and you know, in the movie, the prime suspect is Arthur Lee Allen. But the cops, you know, they thought he was guilty, but at the same time, when the evidence came through that he wasn't the actual killer, just from evidence, they had their opinion, but they didn't go like, oh, we should just arrest him, or it was done better. My point is, that's what I'm trying to say. And they were better actors too. But this guy's like, oh, like, you arrest them. Fuck you. So they think it's Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck thinks it could be her ex boyfriend, who was kind of a stalker, played by Neil Patrick Harris. He's trying to prove his own innocence and going out there and saying that he misses his wife. And then I get this. I'll mention this stupid part. Two stupid parts actually. How her Rosamund Pike's friend that knew her was saying all this shit that she told me that she's pregnant, and she's my best friend, I believe her, and all this bullshit. And you'll find out that she I'll get to that bullshit later, but and then and you know how the media's like tearing Ben Affleck apart and trying to find every way to make him look guilty. There's a scene where this woman confronts Ben Affleck and she takes a picture with him, like a selfie. Pretty much just a selfie. And then he was like, no, wait, no. Delete it. I don't want you to put it out there. He's like, it's my phone. I can do it whatever I want with it. And then eventually goes out there and makes him look bad because, like, he's smiling, so how come he's taking selfies with somebody and smiling when he should be worrying about his wife? I'm like, he says, like, oh, delete it, but why would you fucking let her take the picture in the first place? Fucking idiot. Fuck. And then, you know, I would say I liked the actress who played his sister. I liked her character. She was probably the only real good character throughout the movie. And I liked her, I like the actress who played her. I don't know her name, but everybody's saying like Rosamund Pike was so amazing and she deserves an Oscar. She wasn't that good, in my opinion. He was not that good. The sister was, the actress who played the sister was a lot fucking better, in my opinion. Rosamund Pike has been overhyped like crazy. But anyway, and then you get to the reality of what's really going on. And you find out the Rosamund Pike, the wife, faked all this. She broke the glass table. Put blood all over the kitchen floor. faked the pregnancy. And this is the stupid part. You know how she told her friend, that all their secrets about Ben Affleck hit her, and he's a terrible husband, and she's pregnant, and he doesn't want a child. And then she faked her pregnancy by having her friend who was pregnant herself have her pee in the bathroom, in the bathroom, but tell her not to flush. And then she got her own urine and put it in the pregnancy test and proving that she's pregnant. She told her not to flush because she broke the toilet on purpose so it wouldn't flush. Make it having her, convince her not to flush the toilet, pretty much. And they say, oh, that confirms the pregnancy, that the pregnancy test was positive. I'm like, no. That doesn't confirm pregnancy. You know what confirms the pregnancy? Ultrasound. No ultrasound, no proof. Because that can be anybody's fucking pregnancy test. It can be anybody's. Pink plus doesn't mean shit, jack shit, Fincher. I think you knew that. Who the fuck is stupid enough to believe that? Oh, right, the fucking idiot cops. And you see her. She drives out to some other town with a bunch of money. Dyes her hair, and then stays at some crappy that's like a old motel or something like that. And then she befriends some girl and her boyfriend. Then there's a scene where both of them are watching the news and seeing the story about her, because she's missing, she's probably killed. And then the girl says, the wife is probably, I forgot what she says. It's something negative towards her, and then when she's not looking, Rosamund Pike spits in her drink. I forgot what. I wish I remember what the fuck she said. She was probably right, though. That she wasn't like a real victim or something, which is fucking true. Because Rosamund Pike in this movie is a fucking crazy bitch. And I'm not, I don't feel sympathetic. And this is the thing that fucking pisses me off with this movie the most. The reason why she frames Ben Affleck, the reason why she stages this whole thing, is because she saw Ben Affleck cheating on her with a younger girl. She was so devastated. She decided to leave him. But not tell him, though. And fake this whole thing that he did something to her. She made up all these lies. And I'm just like, why should I feel sorry for you? Why should I sympathize? And if you want to fucking break up with him, fucking break up with him. Why fucking do all this? Why go through all the trouble? Stage his whole bullshit. Because she's crazy. I don't give a fuck. That's a stupid reason. And she wrote all this shit in her diary. How she wants a child, he doesn't. He's abusive, he hit her. He made her life live in hell, blah, blah. She put a bunch of clues. And while that's going on, Ben Affleck and his sister actually do find out that she probably did stage all this. And of course the cops don't believe it because they're fucking morons. But then he gets his lawyer, Tyler Perry, which I'm not a fan of Tyler Perry, but I didn't mind him in this movie. He was okay. But they had that stupid fucking scene where they're getting ready for his interview. Where he pretty much kind of manipulates the people, and he's coming off as sympathetic, and then like his preparation, he's like preparing himself, and fucking Tyler Perry's throwing gummy bears at him. Like, really? That's retarded. You want to get ready? Here's some gummy bears. That's fucking retarded. And then like Rosamund Pike, she goes to Neil Patrick Harris, and this stupid ass believes her. She manipulates him. Eventually, she kills him in this shitty fucking scene where she cuts his throat. And the way it's shot is fucking retarded. Cause it's like she cuts his throat, like they're gonna have sex, and all of a sudden she cuts his throat, and he's bleeding all over. And then it does this. Something happens. Goes to black. Not my hand, but he goes to. Something happens. I'm like, Fincher, what the fuck are you doing? And it looks stupid too. That whole scene where he's dying. And before she kills him, she actually made it look like he raped her, because he has cameras all over in certain rooms of his house and outside his house. And there's a scene where he's about to leave, and then she goes up to him, like untucks his shirt and kind of unbuttons it a little bit, and then he's leaving, and his camera shows from outside his door. He's kind of fixing his pants and fixing his shirt, while she kind of puts like fake blood on her legs, make you think that she got raped, and she's not in frame of his cameras, and then she goes in frame, and then she's pretending to cry and be all hurt, and making it think like she was raped, so the cops can see. All because Ben Affleck cheated on me, and I didn't want to confront him. I'm gonna stage this whole thing because I'm a crazy psycho bitch. Boo fucking who? I don't get how this movie got fucking praised. It's stupid. And the girl that Ben Affleck was cheating on, she tells the press that she had a relationship with Ben Affleck for like a year while he was still married to Rosamund Pike before she disappeared, making him look guilty again. And after all that shit happens, the media finds out about the affair. They find out about the Neil Patrick Harris being murdered. Rosamund Pike comes back, pretending to be all hurt, and she goes in the front door, and she goes into the arms of Ben Affleck, and he knows the truth already. He's like, "You crazy bitch." And then they were interviewing her, some of the cops, and of course with the female cop. And this is the only time I give credit to that character, because she actually kind of sees her through her bullshit a little bit. She's questioning her, and she's trying. She realizes some of her story doesn't quite jive. And then of course all the other cops are fucking retarded. Like, that's it. We ask her the questions. She's obviously like, come on. Like, why would she lie? It's not like she's a crazy bitch. Yes, she is, you fucking morons. And of course, fucking the idiot young cop who thinks Ben Affleck was guilty. He's still there, and he's right there, Ben Affleck, and he still fucking thinks he's guilty. I'm like, motherfucker, you have no say, pretty much. Like, get fucking over it, dude. You're fucking. And the actor was fucking terrible. Played that character, so fuck him too. But anyway, and this whole bullshit with, oh, he can't really go out and tell the truth because it will make him look bad and all this shit. Like, let's just pretend that everything's okay now and we're a happy couple, even though it's not true. And the sister's like, we're just gonna let her get away with this. And then Ben Affleck's like, oh, nothing I can do. Motherfucker, just go out. Who fucking cares about? Why do you care about your reputation and bullshit? Fucking, it's a shitty fucking way to end the movie. And her whole plan, by the way, staging the kidnapping, like all the blame goes to Neil Patrick Harris, making him look like he kidnapped her. Like all the shit, she's staging it, pretending she's pregnant, saying that Ben Affleck beat her. All this shit is so fucking convoluted. So there's nothing they can do, and Ben Affleck stays with her. And I believe they say they're finally gonna have a child. I'm like, damn, that child's gonna be fucked up for life with these two fuck ups. And that's how you fucking end your movie. Shitty way of end your fucking movie, David Fincher. You know, after this movie, I still consider him one of my favorite directors, but like, now he's made two films where the ending are one of the worst fucking endings I've ever seen. The Game, even though the rest of the movie is decent, but the ending of The Game, the ending of this are fucking horrible endings. Man, you're lucky to even be in my top 10 right now after this fucking movie. Well, this movie fucking sucked, and I know a lot of people love this movie. My good friend Thomas, Horror Fan 34, he, shout out to him, shout out to you, Thomas. This is his favorite film of 2014. Sorry, man, I fucking hated this movie. And, this is the second time in a row where his favorite movie of the year I didn't like. The year before being The Conjuring, I did not like The Conjuring. And speaking of The Conjuring, I'm gonna review Annabelle next, so look out for that. But Gone Girl, so Fincher's worst fucking film, in my opinion. Worse than Alien 3, worse than Benjamin Button. This movie fucking sucked. The big one. Ben Affleck. I said I was gonna get to the whole Batman thing. Ben Affleck. He was okay in this movie. He wasn't terrible. His character was badly written, but acting wise, he was alright. He wasn't bad. But dude, you have to bring your fucking A game to Batman vs Superman. It cannot just be okay. That's not acceptable. And he was directed by David Fincher in this movie, who I consider one of the best directors ever. He's gonna be directed by Snipes in this next movie. Not a great director. Not a great director when it comes to actors. So, that kind of hurts me to see that. But Ben Affleck, but I wish him well though. He wasn't the problem in this movie. The problem was the fucking script. It was awful. But overall, the acting wise in this movie wasn't bad. Most of the acting was just okay. Except for the two cops, the two investigators, I thought they were pretty bad. And the actress who played the sister, I thought she was easily the best actor in the movie. She actually did pretty good. And I liked her character as well. Yeah, if you're gonna give me shit for hating on Gone Girl, for whatever reason, it's like I don't give a fuck if it's been gotten all this praise. I don't give a shit if it sweeps the Oscars. I don't give a crap if it wins 10, 15 Oscars. I'm still gonna bash it because you know why? Because fuck you. That's why. No, I'm just kidding. If you like the film, if you like the movie, it's cool. But I didn't give a shit about this movie. It was a big disappointment. And Fincher's done fucking way better. Way fucking better. Those are my thoughts on Gone Girl. My rant, pretty much. And Fincher, don't fuck up next time, man. I'll say that. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for my review of Annabelle. Adios.